Here, and we're actually a few minutes early today. That makes up for being a little bit late yesterday. Since I do this every day, I reserve the right to have a window of when I go live. So, good morning, good morning. Glad you're all here. We'll see who pops in. Let's see. Yeah, it was a busy day yesterday. Baby was not feeling overly good. She had a little bit of a snotty nose, so that's her first mini illness. So yeah, we did a whole lot of bouncing and a whole lot of sleeping and a little bit of bellowing. So that was that. So let's see. Today we're again using the Denise Linn Sacred Forest deck because I only brought one deck with me, but I think this card is very relevant also. Aren't they all? Yeah. So a little bit of tapping and some breath. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, I can feel I've been carrying baby around. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And I'm sure some people will be popping on because I'm early today, so they'll be popping on as we go here. But Sacred Forest Oracle deck, and there's that lovely little window in the, or door in the tree that I always think is so fantastic. And yep, I hear baby talking in there. So, all right, we've got toadstools growth. And she's got this interesting headpiece on that covers up one of her eyes, which I think is interesting if you're going for growth. And there's all the toadstools around her. So let's see what it has to say. Toadstools growth. Though the forest floor looks sedate, beneath the surface a kind of enchantment is occurring as the mushrooms grow and wait. Good morning to you and Kennedy. Good morning, good morning. Let me show Kennedy our picture for today. It's toadstool mushrooms. And it's about growth. So let's see what we get. So the mushrooms grow and wait below the surface. Then, when conditions are right, there's an explosion of toadstools throughout the woods. I used to see that when I was taking TJ for a walk, well, Missy too, behind the motel in the woods. One day there'd be nothing, and the next day there'd be mushrooms everywhere. It was very cool. There was also this phenomenon where the spiders on particular days when there was like particular level of humidity, I think, would make webs all over, and then they'd have caught the dew, and then sometimes it was even moonlight when we were out there would shine on that. It was absolutely beautiful. So like the whole ground was covered with them. It was just very cool. So the mushrooms, the explosion of toadstools throughout the woods, it happens so fast, it seems magical. Yet preparations have long been occurring out of sight. That's like when someone says, he's an overnight success. Nobody paid any attention to all the years of effort that person put in, right? The fairies and elves rejoice and even dance in the fairy rings. Things that have been incubating beneath the surface are going to be coming to fruition. Get clear on your goals and dreams because rapid growth is ahead. Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. Glad a few of you are finding me, even though I jumped on a bit early. Be ready. For these projects to come to fruition, you must first be starkly honest about what you want. So don't pull any punches with yourself or with anybody else in terms of what it is that you want. Let people know, because the universe is lining up the people, places, and things that you need in order for it to unfold. Ask yourself, is this what I really want? Believe in miracles. There's my favorite word again, believe. Also, in the time ahead, you might discover a spiritual guru or step into a new spiritual path. Spiritual guru, you might be looking in the mirror. Just saying. You might find that you are providing expansive spiritual growth for others simply by being who you are. Make sure that your foundations are in place, because once this growth begins, you will be in for the journey of a lifetime. Fungi are ancient and were the first organisms to leave the water and initiate life on Earth 1.3 billion years ago. So think about that. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome. We think about our lifetime, 80, 90 years, and we think it's so long. 1.3 billion years. Yeah. In the forest, their interconnected filament-like roots provide protein-rich food and life for the entire forest. This seemingly humble ancestor to the toadstool is so essential that none of our native conifers could survive without the life-giving quality of their roots. So there's the interdependence. All the parts in the puzzle of the forest play together. Same for humanity, just in case you hadn't noticed. Their ability to grow and survive throughout all time speaks of your ability to grow and thrive, no matter what life brings. The spirit of the toadstool says, beneath the surface of your life, miraculous changes are occurring. Something that you thought was ordinary is, in fact, remarkable. You are in a time of rapid spiritual and material growth. Get ready and hang on for the ride. So I'm going to show you the card again. And then I'm going to make the point that beneath the surface, there's all kinds of rhizomes and seeds and filaments, and all the stuff is there. What are you tending to? Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. What are you attending to? Where are you putting your time and effort? If you are putting your time and effort into the things that you don't want, that's what you're going to get more of. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. We started a bit early, so I'll post the replay so you guys can watch it. This one, again, is kind of short because I hear baby in the other room. So tomorrow I will be back home, and we should be back on time, back on schedule. Good morning, Barb. We are just about done. I'll post the replay immediately, and then tomorrow I'll be back home. So have an awesome day. Think about what you want to put your time and attention into, because where attention goes or where energy flows, that's where we're going to get results. So be careful what you're focusing on. You're going to get more of it. See you tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.